Hey, what's up, Dragon Brood? All of a sudden, we have everybody talking about a really cool card out of Karlov Manor that happens to be a giant, huge vampire. The problem is, it's really expensive, and we don't have a real way to get it into play early. So we're going to try to solve that problem today, and we're talking about Vein Ripper. This card is 6 mana for a 6/5 flying ward. The ward is kind of awesome because it sacrifices a creature, which makes this pretty good against the control decks. But whenever a creature dies, not just your creature, a creature dies, target opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. This should be pretty good. Now the question is, can we either ramp this into play or trick it into play somehow? And we have a couple of different ways to do that. So the list starts with 2 duress, just so maybe we can get rid of like problematic cards from opponent's hand, like sweepers or whatever. And honestly, I wasn't sure what else I wanted the last 2 slots in the list to be. I kind of toured around with a few different things, settled on duress. We're going to play some Greedy Freebooter because this lets us scry, which is big, and also gives us a treasure, which helps us ramp. Now, if it doesn't die, whatever, it means we're really dealing damage, our opponent's not attacking us, and that's fine too. We are going to play some Voldaren Epicure because this can also get something into the graveyard with the blood token, or the blood token itself can be useful later. Bitter Triumph does the same thing, can let us discard or let us kill a planeswalker or a creature. Vran, just a way to get some extra life. We're playing a bunch of vampires anyway, so I figured why not. And then Charming Scoundrel, because this can also give us treasure that can help ramp us up. Now, a lot of times we may want to use it just to draw a card or something, but, you know, options there. Blood Tithe Harvester, doing the same thing that the Voldaren Epicure is doing, but also doubles as removal. We have Preacher of the Schism, which can just be a good creature. We have a couple of copies of Sorin, just for some life gain in case things don't quite go the way we want. And then this is where we get into some of the more interesting things. So we're going to play a Lich Knight's Conquest, because we are going to have stuff like the blood tokens left over, and I figured why not, if there's a chance we could get multiple things, maybe even a token from Sorin that we could trade up and get a Vein Ripper into play, or we can just play Cruelty of Gix. This card's just good anyway, right? We can discard something from the opponent's hand, we can get something out of their graveyard possibly if we killed something important, or we can just go tutor up the card we need, right? If we need a Vein Ripper or we need a Sorin or whatever, we can just go get it. Or if our Vein Ripper's also died, we get another chance of putting it into play. Seems pretty good. And then we're going to max out our copies of Vein Ripper because, well, that's the experiment today, and it'd be silly not to max those out. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you want this deck list, it will be down in the description below like always. You just have to look for the blue arrows that'll take you to our Moxfield link. You can get this deck list and you can put it in and try it for yourself. But let's stick around and see if Vein Ripper gets to do anything in these standard games. Okay, I mean, this is fine. Yeah, when you see that, that doesn't tell us much of what the deck is, so we kind of just try to hope these little guys get to do something here in the early going. Picnic Ruiner. That's not going to be a lot of fun. It's unfortunate that we drew that, because I kind of need to cast this now. Guess I'll put it on Vampire, but I'm not excited about it. Okay. I mean, we'll get to scry, get some treasure, blah, blah, blah. So, like, we'll see what happens. I'd rather you not. Let's pretend you didn't. Though I'm assuming this means they have a rage. We'll just chump block it. Oh, wait. But if we chump block, we wouldn't get anything with our freebooter. Because of the etchings. Because this has to die to do what it does. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? Alright, we just take it. Maybe they'll just blow the rage now or something. Get a little greedy. They did. Alright, that's kind of like the best we could hope for under the circumstances, so I'm not going to be too upset about it. Let's go ahead and attack. We'll end up having to discard a card here to the Bitter Triumph. Lands didn't quite come up the way we wanted to, but we're not dead, you know? Sometimes that's just good. Just not being dead is good enough. Yep. They're going to try to go for it again. What does this do? It's +2/+0 When that creature dies this turn, create it to... Oh, we don't want them to get another creature. Alright. Why? Hold on. What's going on here? I was going to say, why can I not see the rest of the screen? There we go. We will discard a card. We'll target this. Get rid of this. And we'll still be at 11. They've expended a big chunk of their game plan already. Oh, that plus a sellsword would have been gross. You were going to do dirty, dirty things, opponent. I can respect it, though. Alright, no attacks. Don't kill my preacher of the schism, please. Wow, that would have been tough, because we would have taken 4, 5, 6. Then they would have flung for another 6. Yeah, we'd have been dead. Obviously, there's a rage or something similar here, so let's just load up. If you take my whole board, fine. We get some treasures and some scries. Let's do it. And it's probably an antagonize or something. That would work, too. Fair enough. Hey, if that's all they got, we accept. Don't need that right now. Definitely want to do this. Kind of debating on what I want to do with this, because I could just make a 2/2. Or it's just like worth an extra card potentially next turn. I think I'm going to wait. Because if we draw a land, we could just play the land, play this, and then we get a free card. Because if you don't have a card to discard, you just get to draw anyway. And if you got more stuff to pump your team, so be it, I guess. Is that all they have? Then we're okay with that. Wow, so many lands. This is crazy. Alright, I guess we just take our turn. Scoundrel into scoundrel, huh? That's what we're doing? Okay. I guess we'll make a 2/2 scoundrel then. I guess I could have made a 4/3 harvester, but I'm probably going to sacrifice it. Alright, and we'll just take the draw. Which happened to also be a land. We might need to save that to use it with the blood token. Alright, let's go ahead and just get rid of this. Pass the turn. Like, now would be a really good time to find one of those vein rippers. That'd be awesome. We do have a Vince in play that we could attack with that. So we have some options to do some card hunting here. We're still at 11 life. Opponent's got 2 cards, so it's not the end of the world yet. Opponent is going to attack. I will double block, I guess. Sure. You get my board, you get my board. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. I mean, ultimately, I take one, they take one. I'm good with that exchange. Alright, away goes... I guess I could just sacrifice the blood token. I lose a treasure, but sure. Bitter triumph. I mean, I guess we can kill a creature. Why not? Wow, and another Vince. Jeez, what's going on? Well, do I want to lose 3 life to kill a 2/2? I feel like the answer is probably yes at this point, so sure, go for it. I could also just attempt to block and see what they do. And then if they decide to do something, then I can just... Oh, they didn't have anything. Oh, they maybe forgot I had a land. that I could block. Cell Sword. Okay. Okay, sure, deck. This is silly. This is silly. All right, I'm gonna pass. At this point, I'm losing 3 life anyway. Let's do it. You get a land finally? Notebook of Cacophony's Camp, which is actually kind of annoying with the cards they have in their deck. Alright, this could be helpful. Pass the turn. Man, I've been trying to hold on to this treasure too, like a Vein Ripper's going to show up, and it ain't happened yet. Alright, well, that's all we needed somehow. Alright, I mean, I guess we'll keep. This seems fine. Oh, that's cute. Maybe we'll cast that on time. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Alright. We will attempt to attack these opponents. Excellent. Love to see it. In the turn. Well, with our freebooter not dying... Oh, Adeline. Definitely was not expecting to see that. Well, now I kind of don't want to sacrifice my blood token because I might need that to get if I can get them to block a freebooter. Alright, well. I was thinking it would have been neat to just shove the Vein Ripper in the yard. Well, and then of course we drew Epicure anyway, so could have got away with all this regardless. Didn't know what we didn't know, though. Alright. Then we'll attack. Might as well play this. Oh wait, did I play a land this turn? No, because Events was tapped last turn. And then end the turn. Interesting what's going on here. I don't know if it's like a human splashing blue or what's going on. I'm sure we'll find out shortly. Oh, okay. It's the blue-white token set. Nice. So the question is, do we just Lich Knight? Oh, I'd have to discard this first. Maybe. Alright, I could still soar in here and do all this. So that's fine.
Out of my way. I have a wedding to stop.
I'm going to attack with this. They're not going to trade us, I don't think. I was playing the Sorin as like, maybe they might consider it, but it's alright. End the turn. So here we get 2 choices, right? If we get to block with the freebooter, we'll just have treasure and try to cast the Vein Ripper. But if not, then we can just discard it and then go for it with the Lich Knight's Conquest. And then if it gets countered, hopefully it goes to the graveyard. Then we could try to get 2 things, and that would be excellent. Alright, that resolves. You have some dudes. Okay, so is this where we just discard the Vein Ripper? I say, well, we do get 1 draw from Sorin, possibly. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it. This is what we're here for. What's the point if I'm not going to play the cards? Having a backup Vein Ripper is amusing. I also have a backup Sorin is equally amusing. Alright. What do we have in the yard, actually? I could exchange my token. Nah, token's at 2 power, so we don't want to get rid of... Or 3 toughness. Let's just get rid of this. Get back a Vein Ripper. I'm going to go ahead and make another Sorin token. And then, yeah, I'm going to get in with some things and just see what happens. They can target Vein Ripper. We could block 2 things. 2, 3, 4. That seems fine. We got to pressure them on some level. Also, Vein Ripper's not legendary. So if we get a land, we can just attack with everything next turn, and then they're dead to blocking, which is crazy. Alright, what sweeper are they going to play here? Because that's their way out, unless they just give up a token to kill it. Yeah, that's fine. So they're going to sack a token to lose 2 life. We'll gain 2. And then 2 more. Because the Vein Ripper counts itself dying. Now we're going to get rid of a 2/3. Ardoir? Sure. That seems fine. Your opponent's at 5 now. So if we can untap land and have us... Oh, well, actually, if we get to block here, yeah. We'll be able to Vein Ripper anyway. So sure, that works for me. Sure, that can stay on top too. We can just kill this Govian dude. Alright, why not? I mean, they get to cast a spell here with Convoke. Yeah, that's not going to get us dead, though. We don't mind that. Like, it's annoying, but whatever. Now I say that. They could pump their team next turn, and that's kind of gross. But if they do, they do. Alright, Vein Ripper action, I guess. I mean, this is a bad spot for them. You block, you take 2. You let it through, you take 1. Like, now you can't even target the Vein Ripper. And we're at 30 life. Yeah, opponent saying GG's. Oh, that's so much damage from the Vein Ripper. Look at all the triggers. Oh. And we're going to finish him with the first one. It's a sad those others are all going to go to waste. But you love to see it. That's awesome. This feels like it could be a weird game, right? Because, like, if things go our way, we get all the treasure and maybe eventually get a Vein Ripper early. But, like, if they don't, this is just going to be a complete disaster. And we might actually have to give up our treasure early, because I could see a situation where we block here, win up with the treasure, but then we have to play Freebooter and just use the Bitter Triumph to not die. But, okay, this looks like Boros tokens or whatever. Yep, here comes 3 1/1s. If they attack, we would gladly block. They're thinking about it, if it's worth the trade or not. You know, I will say this. Generally speaking, I don't think it's a bad trade for them. I mean, I actually had a creature there, but like if I don't, then the path is clear for them to attack with more stuff. Whereas now I just have things in the way. But we'll see. I mean, they might just be planning to go hyper aggressive here or something. And oh, War Leader's Call. Alright, that's cool. Sure. We'll take 6. Make sure we kill one of these off. Alright, let's find something good to go with this treasure we're about to have. Damn, is that even remotely good enough? I mean, I guess it does block some things. Not the card I was looking to get, but I guess it'll have to do. A little disappointing, honestly, but I mean, the other option is we could just hardcast a Vein Ripper. It might be too late, though, by then. We'll see. Because I'm going to take some amount of damage here from at least a creature. Oh, well, I'm taking 2 damage. That's a big problem. That's a real concern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess I just have to Vein Ripper and hope they can't kill me. But there's a good chance they can kill me next turn. So they take 4, go to 7. Oh yeah, I'm dead anyway. Alright, cool. That didn't even matter. Alright, I kind of dig this. Duress, Harvester, Scoundrel into Treasure to try to Cruelty a Gix, maybe? Ah, no more lies, huh? Do we care about no more? How much do we care about no more lies? Probably not that much. Let's get rid of that. I think slowing their mana is worth more than worrying about them countering something. I mean, they might not even care because they have March of Otherworldly Light here. And they can just get rid of it next turn. Wow, that's not friendly. Let's play this and make a treasure. Actually, maybe I turned it into a 2/2. I have so much land here. Oh, there's probably an argument to be made. I could just do the discard thing with all these extra lands. Alright, so they didn't even want to give us the option of thinking about it. Fair enough. We do have to be careful because this can get rid of creatures and this has no cost, so that's annoying. But let's attack. Alright, so they don't have any other white cards in hand because there wasn't even a stop there. Now it's just figuring out what we want to do. I guess we go ahead and just play this tap because there's a chance we might want to attack with it later. I mean, I can't promise that, but you never know. I'm going to do this pre-combat, even though it's just one more point. I'm going to discard and draw, because our hand's pretty bad right now. Get rid of this. Alright, why not? It's a sad situation. But sure. I'm just going to make this one into a 2/2. I mean, our hand's not doing a whole lot, honestly. It's pretty rough. Especially if they have a sweeper next turn. But if they're going to use this, this says they don't have a sweeper. Or not very likely. Because 3 points to hold on to that would probably be pretty sharp on their part. Alright, so they're saving a land to possibly use that for something. They don't have anything worth getting. I kind of want to just see their hand to understand what's going on here. So let's see if this resolves. It probably doesn't. Oh, it did, actually. Alright. Any chance you got a Wandering Emperor? No, but it's double get lost. Well, that's not going to last now, isn't it? I guess I should have just got a creature back. Alright. Well, hey, worst case scenario, I'll at least get some options to map. That's kind of cool, I guess. Something to do with all this mana. Oh, ho, 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 ho. If I could get something good in the graveyard, wow. But I think I'm going to blow up these maps. Would you like to kill one of these? Opponent says no. Let's try again. Golly, are you kidding? That is the worst possible situation. Well, I could activate this and attack. Not my favorite situation, because if anything's going to get lost, it could just be that. But, is what it is. Oh, they actually let us attack with it. Oh, they had a lightning helix. Whoa. Well, we didn't even make them waste the get lost. That was terrible. But a Vein Ripper's real good. And they're not going to be able to counter it? Oh, this is what we're talking about. Hopefully they don't find their sweeper in the meantime. Otherwise, they'd have to activate their land to be able to target the Vein Ripper. So they'd lose a mana and lose 2 life, 4 life in the process. Yeah, I'm down. And if we're lucky, by some chance it goes to the graveyard, we'd still have access to the Lich Knight's Conquest, which is super nice. I kind of love that life for us. Opponent's debating if they can just attack here and just sit on their Get Lost, which I wouldn't blame them. You get access to a map, and they're at 17. This game's going to go several more turns. Yep. And they don't know it, but this is one of their better options with us having the Vein Ripper. And then they can just crack it now. And still have mana. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, just a land. So we at least got to know what it was. That's good. I don't have to let them know I have a Cavern of Souls yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Yep, you can't target that. I mean, you can, but it won't do anything. Ooh, we get rid of a tokens. We can get rid of that, so we can get... we don't have anything else in the yard, so it'd only be a Vein Ripper we could get back. But that's okay. Alright, let's see what you want to do here, opponent. I mean, to be fair, they might just find, like, Sunfall or something here. It's all moot regardless. But they don't look like they did? Alright. I mean, might as well attack, get the map, and then kill my Vein Ripper. I mean, I don't blame them. That's a good option. I mean, they could have saved it on defense, but that play makes just as much sense. Well, they're an Epicure, sure. Going to attack. And I'm actually going to crack one of these. Get rid of that, even though I know it could stop stuff from being countered later. Do I play the freebooter or do I crack this? Opponent's at 6. I can do 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly more with the maps. They have to draw their way out of this right now, so I'm just going to leave it on them. Because if they were to draw, like, a Sunfall, I'd just be giving them more fuel, so there's really no point. And they're not using their map. Interesting. Alright, I'll crack this. This feels like a Wandering Emperor, honestly. Could be exactly what it is. But, like, even if so, like, I mean, we kind of just have to do it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can still do this and get the Vein Ripper back. Actually, this is when a creature dies, so something getting exiled doesn't trigger that. This is complicated. Alright, I'm going to crack these. Just so I can spread the damage around if we hit. Yeah, Schism works. Yep. I'm going to assume there's a Wandering Emperor. Or some type of removal. Okay, that's fine. Will they go to 1? Yeah, we'll just play that and pass. No need to do anything else here. Even if it's a Wandering Emperor, we have more attackers. Yep, opponent says GG. The Vampires beat the control deck. Sweet. Well, the Vampire deck got the all-human draw. Sometimes it bees like that, y'all. Sometimes it bees like that. This does make it kind of interesting on what we'd even want to do here. Okay, well, they're playing some type of ramp strategy. Probably Reanimator of some sort. Let's just do the damage that we can here. At least the benefit here is, if our stuff dies, we do at least get a legit benefit of being able to do things to them. This is interesting, though, because I could just go right into Cruelty and get something from their yard, depending on what they put there. So I'm going to go with this and get a treasure. Or maybe I just make a... Yeah, I just want to guarantee I can. But if our stuff dies, this is going to feel really silly. Because I could have got in for another point. I'm probably supposed to make that into a 2-2 here, actually. Because even if they play something that, you know, they put the thing in the yard, the portal or whatever, make us sacrifice some creatures, like, probably still the right thing to do. Oh, they just put another vault there. Okay. Sure. Also, it'd be weird to make them discard a thing, possibly, before we could reanimate it. So, I don't know. This hand's going to be kind of weird. But I probably should have just gotten another point there. But I guess I could proactively play Cruelty here if necessary. Modern Age. So they're going to draw and discard? Oh man, put something big over there I can steal. That would be awesome. I would love to get it like... Oh, well, I was going to say like Jin-Gitaxias, but... Traxa's even better. Would you like to spend some mana to kill a creature or two, opponent? I would love that. Alright, well, we got to gamble. Guess we put this on Vampire. Let's hope. I mean, I guess if this fails, we do still have a Bitter Triumph to get rid of their creature. But had I done that extra point, they'd be at 6, and I'd be able to do lethal this turn, so this is all back front. Actually, to be fair, I wouldn't be able to Cruelty a Gix. So I guess it's fine. Please don't have a make disappear. Oh, they only have 1 mana up anyway. What am I talking about? Cool. Yep, we're going to get that big monster and load our hand. So we would like to have... Oh, this was not a good selection. We have multiple things we could get here, and this is the best you could do, deck. Alright, well... I guess I'm going to take... Harvest... Actually, Preacher. Multiple Preachers is probably good. Take a Bitter Triumph. And, Akanuma? Sure. I guess that'll work. Because now they got to come up with a way to kill their own Atraxa, at the very least. Though, with the opponent being at 8, I should have taken one of the haste creatures, actually. Because now they could possibly, like, sweep the board of some variety and Atraxa's still alive. But then that's only 7 and puts them at 1. Okay, well, they're probably going to play a card out of the graveyard. Yep, you got it. Now, the fun benefit here is we don't have very many huge things. I mean, they probably take our... Oh, they take our Vein Ripper. Yeah, that makes sense. Then they get to gain some life. I mean, they get their own Atraxa, though we could kill Atraxa. We do have 2 Bitter Triumphs. Was the opponent still dead? Because they would go to 12. No, because we can only do 10. Ugh. So close, though. Oh. I'm short of... Oh, no, but I have this land, so I'm not short of mana. This is all very interesting. So let's do this. Pay 3. Target this. Yes, I'm sure. We'll resolve that. Sack this. We know the drill. Ooh. Can I do anything with this? I don't have anything good in my graveyard yet, though, right? I've just drawn, like, PUDs. Oh, no, but they put stuff in my graveyard. Okay. Sure. Alright, that can stay. Alright, so we get our Vein Ripper back. Right? Because that was ours. Yep, okay, cool. And then we kill this. I guess we pay another 3? Oh, I'm willing to discard one here, actually. Discard that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we can kill him for Xaxes with the 1 point from the Epicure. Oh, get it. It's so good. That's so good. So right now, this is just hopping into this game. This is kind of interesting. I think we're going to go ahead and just kill that. Now the opponent can't make a 2-2. Alright. Can't really do much with these knuckleheads, unfortunately. Yeah, you pump that thing up. It's a 4-5. We can chump block with the freebooter, though. So I'm not too worried about that. No reason to give up the Preacher here. Don't need a Cavern. I mean, I guess they could have a counter, but whatever. Okay. I mean, we don't have anything good to get. We attack, they block. I don't really mind if they do, honestly. Like, I'm okay with that. They do actually get to discover or whatever here. Case. Alright. And then you solve the case if you own, like, so many artifacts. 3 or more. Then put 4 on a target. Yeah, that's fine. A bunch of words that don't mean a whole lot. Okay, sure. Let's go for 1, I guess. We have enough life. Oh, well, look at that. We might be able to get a sword. What you call it? Oh, no, we don't get a creature. Can't get a planeswalker with this one. Chico's Reign of Truth. You got it, fam. Sure. I'll block. Alright, we'll take that. Like a bunch of random good value stuff. I guess we're going to go ahead and get a Vein Ripper, right? I don't think anything else has a big impact here, but not really. I mean, Soren's kind of nice, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a Vein Ripper. Then we'll play this and go here. 1, 2, and then we could actually even activate our Mishra's Founder if we really want to. Because we'll still have access to 6 land next turn. Oh, not if we lose the Founder, we won't, though. Yeah, that would change things. Pass. We'll just block the 6, take 5. I mean, especially with us getting Vein Ripper. Ooh, go to our graveyard. We'll get back another Preacher. This all seems really good. Alright, now we get to find out if they have a counter. I mean, if they do, they do. I don't think they do, though. Alright. Attacking. You get to kill an attacker. Alright, so we got at least 1 Duder. I'm gonna go ahead and just play this, because if it dies, we get all kinds of extra value, so why not? Alright. We are not mad at chump blocking here. Chump blocking is worth 4 extra life, or actually 8 technically. They lose 4, we gain 4. Oh, an extra Vein Ripper? Gross. Double Vein Ripper. Yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah, the sick part about Double Vein Ripper is now when we attack, the opponent has to take the damage or each one's worth 4, and they'd be losing their creatures from the Preacher of the Schism. And we're going to get a couple extra blockers. Like, that was so good. Alright, so those games were actually really exciting. Now, what does that say about the deck? I don't even know. But the reality is, we can win games with this. And as much as I thought the Lich Knight's Conquest was going to be kind of junky, it actually helped. So, I don't know, man. These are the types of games in the videos where, like, I just look and say, this is a cool concept. Is it worth it for you to go do? I don't know. If you have the cards, it's a hell of a lot of fun. I wouldn't go out of my way to do it, but if you already own the pieces, have at it. Now, what are the weaknesses of this deck? I think playing against the Boros token stuff, you're going to struggle a little bit if you don't get the early removal. Realistically, if you don't get like early Sorin or early Vran and they get their hot start, that's going to just be hard to win, right? Because you got to have extra blockers or some life gain or something. If you do get that, then you're not in the bad spot. So it is winnable. And obviously, if we get an early Vein Ripper and a multitude of different games, it's pretty slick. But yeah, it's just a bunch of good cards that happen to also have ways of getting Vein Ripper out. And then when you're playing against the Reanimator decks, we get to use stuff like Cruelty of Gix or whatnot to take advantage of the opponent's stuff. So I'm into it. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with this list much. It is 61 cards, so if you want to cut, like, I don't know, a Vran or the one cut down or whatever, have at it. And I would say if you're worried about those Boros decks, you could end up removing the cut down and maybe the Vran and play like 2 more like in the festivities or something like that. That's totally reasonable. But realistically, this was a hell of a lot of fun. We played 1 cut down, 2 duress, 2, or at least I did make a couple of changes during the video, but this is the final list. 1 cut down, 2 duress, 4 greedy freebooter, 4 Voldaren Epicure, 4 bitter triumph, 1 Vran Executioner Thane, 4 Charming Scoundrel, 4 Blood Tithe Harvester, 3 Preacher of the Schism, 2 Sorin, 1 Lich Knight's Conquest, 3 Cruelty of Gix, 4 Vein Ripper, 3 Swamp, Attack-Numa, 4 Blackleaf Cliffs, 4 Haunted Ridge, 3 Sulphurous Vents, 4 Sulphur Springs, 3 Cavern of Souls, 2 Mishra's Foundries. And the Caverns are really here in case you end up against a control deck or something and have to just like hard cast a couple of your vampires, namely the Vein Ripper, then it makes it harder for them to counter. But otherwise, yeah, this is it. This was a heck of a lot of fun. Really surprised me, and Vein Ripper is practically a game ender. It's so good. I also want to say, if you like winning games with big definitive black creatures that are just nuts, well, check out this other video because we tried some new cards in the Fight Club deck, and honestly, Obliterator's still good, along with some other stuff. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.